All right, this is my first time actually doing a live chat, so I've been waiting to see whoever pops, if anyone pops up. We'll see. Hold on, let me give it a little bit. I highly doubt anyone's going to come up here, so give it just a little bit, and we'll see. Maybe we can get someone in here. At least one person, right? Hey, one person. No, this is my first time actually doing this live chat thing, so I'm just hold on, how does this work here? Nothing much. What's up with you? I'm sitting at home. Hi, Steven. Hello. I am right now I'm actually sitting at home watching a little bit of TV. You actually get to see my home this time, so well, at least on my couch, and I'm very it's dirty. So what do you mean who was the Oh, I don't know who the first person was, to be honest with you. It pops up as it comes. This is my first time doing it, so um I can't speak. I don't know what that means. Okay, Chester. What do you mean when you say I can't speak? What does that mean? I mean I can't, but I don't know. Okay, well then we figured out who the first one was. It was William. So I've been thinking a lot, like I guess like I normally do. Uh Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm sorry. It like it comes up and it'll say it like really quick and then it'll just come off. So it's kind of hard for me to see it as soon as it comes up. So welcome to my live chat. It's my first time doing this if you haven't noticed already because I'm really confused. But um I've been thinking a lot about stuff. So I wanted to kind of come on here and just kind of say my piece because I've been thinking about doing a lot of stuff, but I haven't been able to actually put it like all on a video. So so I was thinking a lot about like eventually wanting to move out of America. That was what my last video was going to be about. That's why I said, "Hey, I'm gonna post this on Friday." Didn't work out, but no, I want to like I was saying, I eventually want to move out of America. Only reason why I'm still here is because my parents are here. Like they're like 2 hours away. So yeah, out of America. Um, I just I don't know, man. Like it's the I think the political climate, yeah, out of America. Um, I think as far as it's like, what would you do for employment if you went to a different country? That's what I was thinking about. As far as employment, that's part of the reason why I haven't moved either. Um, So if you guys didn't know, I actually studied abroad when I was in college. I actually studied abroad in France, in Paris, actually, and I was there for about a summer. So about 3 to 4 months, I was there, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I wouldn't live in Paris, but I absolutely fell in love with it. Um, and when you're going out, and I researched this, so that's part of the reason why I've waited too. So, like, if you're wanting to move out of the country, a lot of countries aren't like America. It's really hard to get into because they have a really most countries have a really like secure vetting process. So it would be hard for me unless there's something that that I could contribute. It'd be hard for me to get into a different country. And I'm using Paris as France as an example because I was there. But as far I mean I would love to live as far as employment, I mean, I guess it would help if you spoke the language, right? I was thinking about either doing like a being like a school, like an English teacher. Um, yeah, I could move and overstay my visa, but that's the problem that's going on here now, so in America. So, and I don't want to be one of those people that, oh, hi, Parisian. Yes, thank you. I don't want to be one of those guys who overstays my visa because that's part of the reason why we have the problem here in America that we do now. And I want to be um as good with the government as I possibly can. My French isn't that great, But hey, Brandon, thanks for joining me. I'm not really talking about anything, but um, it's not. I'm never actually. When I was in France, I wasn't necessarily out, so I didn't go to any. I don't know what the gay life is out there. So I don't. I've read things, and I thought, as far as I knew, that what is this? Sorry, hold on. I don't know what this is. Hold on. Sorry. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Okay. All right. I was trying to read the I was trying to read the comments, and yeah, I don't know how the as far as like for gay people, I don't know how it is there. When I was there, I wasn't out. So, hey Daniel, hope you're doing well, and thanks for joining me. Um, I wasn't out when I was there, so I don't know what the gay situation is like. I don't even know the gay clubs. I don't know anything about gay life out in France. The only thing that I did do, I remember, was I accidentally ran into the gay pride because I was there, like I said, during the summer, and I think it was during June that it was going on, and I didn't know that it was pride until I was walking down the street and I saw like a bunch of I heard Rihanna. This was back when "Good Girl Gone Bad" by Rihanna came out, so it's like you hear Rihanna playing in the background, and then I see it float, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is gay pride." So in my mind, I thought it was good, but what what about what about France isn't good for gay people? I'm just asking because I've never experienced that part, so I don't know. Um, and I was thinking a lot too. Another reason why I want to get out of here, like just like I say it like it's bad, but I mean a lot of reasons why I want to get out of America too is that I just don't feel safe. Um, being gay is one thing, but being black and gay, it's kind of like shit, man. Um, I just I don't know. I just I don't feel safe. And I actually, this is gonna sound really extreme, but I actually ordered a bulletproof vest. I'm not even joking. I ordered a bulletproof vest because like people are just shooting everyone nowadays. You know what I mean? So I got a bulletproof vest so that way I can just hide it under my clothes. That way, whenever I'm out, someone shoots me, I can like just be okay. I don't feel safe here. I Hey Keenan, I don't feel safe. Um, do you think there's a country that's safer for queer POC? That's a good question. That's another thing that I was grappling with. I don't know if there is, to be honest with you. Um, I would think I don't know. London's not good, right? I don't know. I'm asking if anyone from London's watching or anyone who has knowledge about Europe. Is London a good place for queer POC? I don't know. Um, And I will give that to America. For all the shit that I give America, I do like that we are, as far as gay laws go. I don't know about now with Trump in office, but as far as, um, let's see, last question is it better being a fat guy? Let me finish this and then I'll answer that question. Um, I just I don't know. I don't know how it is being in other countries being black. You know what I mean? Um, I just I just don't feel safe. I don't as far as the opportunity it just depends on where you go. Um, Canada does have stricter gun laws. That's true. Um, I didn't hear about Amsterdam. What is that cursed runway? Hey, cursed runway. Um, Canada does have stricter gun laws. It's really easy for me. I could literally go to Walmart right now and get a gun. It's really easy for me to get a gun. And here in the States, they don't do background checks. Um, so Andrew, so the scene is pretty open in London. Okay, I because for the longest time, are you thinking about moving to another country? Yeah, I've been thinking about it for a while now, and the only reason why I haven't left is because my parents are here. And I don't want to be. We're close, and I don't want to be far away from my parents in case something happens, or my family in case something happens. But I do want to eventually So trash. Yeah, yeah. And that's what I was thinking about too. Like the colonist mentality. Australia is nice here, but climate change. No offense, with the bull. Hold on. It was going too quick, and I don't know how to read these. Hold on. Let's see. No offense, but bulletproof vest thing seems odd. Maybe because I'm from another country. Yeah. So Cynthia, so the bulletproof vest thing is odd. Um, but the only reason why I have it is because um, America's got within the past like 10 years, America's gotten a lot worse with any kind of like guns and like violence and stuff like that. It's gotten a lot worse. Like even back where I'm from, this the crime is just horrendous. That's part of the reason why I moved away where I'm from originally. It's because the crime is just too bad. And just out throughout the US, it's like, that's part of the reason why gun debate, like the gun control debate, is getting so big, is because there aren't really strict laws. We don't have strict laws. Some states, it's state by state. So some states it's harder to get a gun than it is in other states. So like here, um, it's super easy for me to get a gun. Like I said, I could go to Walmart and get a gun if I wanted to, or I can order a gun offline and I don't have to have a background check. And it's just the mentality of Americans is just like they blame the person, which you should. It's I mean, it's a two-way thing. You blame the person, but not the gun. But when guns are readily available for sometimes mentally ill people to get, it's you never know. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. So you plan to move sub-Saharan Africa? Um, from what I've heard about Africa, I don't know. I've never been, but from what I've heard about Africa, it doesn't seem like a safe place for um it doesn't seem like a safe place for queer people anyway. It doesn't matter which race, but for black people especially. So I don't know. Maybe South Africa is different. South Africa, from what I've heard, is a lot better. Um, but as far as like most countries in Africa in general aren't really good. So I would like to move to Africa, but they don't have laws, like safe laws for queer people. If you're going to move, probably better move to Vancouver. Yeah, I was thinking about Canada for a while, so I'm not too sure. Like I said, Canada's vetting process is pretty strict too. So they're just not going to let anyone in. I mean, they'll let people in, but I mean, there's not a guarantee that you'll stay. So that's the hard part. Um, it's expensive too. Zaddy, thank you, Draga, Zaddy. Let's see. I think it's something like summers. So is because it's respected too. So yeah, but so I've heard with Brazil that there were a lot of like trans people get killed a lot in Brazil, and I heard that um a lot of gay people are abused there all the time in Brazil. I don't know if it's true or not, but just from this, media tends to like to exaggerate things. So I don't know if it's really like the true telling of it or not. But from what I've seen, it seems very not safe in Brazil. South America, I don't know about all of South America, but I know Brazil from what I've heard. And curse run away. Am I that worried? Yeah. I mean, but it's more than just like getting shot and killed. I mean, there's a lot more to it than just that part. That is just one particular thing that's making me want to leave. Uh, you know what I mean? Let's see. East Canada isn't too far from your home state, Gerald. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, East Canada isn't far. I would like Canada. I just don't know how their vetting process is. And kind of part of me wants to like go across the ocean and just kind of get away like for good. But and my friend who I graduated college with, she teaches in Japan and she doesn't want to come back. And I kind of wish I had done that, but I mean, like I said, I'm with my parents right now, so I don't want to do that yet. Let's go. I don't know how to read it. Daniel, what are you trying to read? Because I can, if I need to talk slower, I can try to slow down. Uh, so vast and very country. So why would you make to leave the country if you can't find a place here? There's really nowhere. Perhaps you're being a little bit paranoid, Kevin. Yeah, that's true. Um, I think it just depends on the preferences as to why you want to leave. Um, like I said, I've wanted to leave the country for a few reasons. Um, and that's not to discredit what you're saying. I thought about that too. It's like I don't know if I'm going to um if it's going to feel like home wherever I go, you know. Um but I think my reasonings for wanting to leave is they're legitimate. I've heard a lot of people who wanted to leave the US kind of say the same thing. Um but that's true. It's kind of like if you can't find a place here, there's really nowhere. But I kind of want to test that. You don't know until you don't know until you try, you know. And I'm always going to be an American citizen, so if something happens, I can always come back. So um, I don't want to get to the point where I live my life regretting not even trying, than to get to the end and say that I never even did it. So I mean, there's that too. So I honestly think that cops shouldn't have guns either. Uh, it's just not citizen. I think cops need to have. I think cops need to be completely retrained on a lot of things. Um, Mainly how to like deal with civilians. Um, and each country has their protocol. I mean, each state has their protocol too, but as a majority of the thing, each country kind of has their own thing. Just Drago, just come to Georgia. Where at in Atlanta? Let's see. African and Middle East laws has laws against gays. Right, right. So that's what I was worried about. And South Africa seemed like I would definitely wouldn't mind living in South Africa, but um, from what I've seen, like a lot of the other countries in Africa and the Middle East do tend to have laws that are against gays. I saw someone mention Brazil. God, no, that's the last place where there want to be. Right? Yeah. The dictator that just came to power. Yeah, he's really. I don't even remember his name, but it was a big deal because he's very far. He's an extremist right, I think. Don't quote me on it, but his laws are very anti-LGBT. Um, it is almost like on the border of dictatorship. Um, you're a fat gay guy and a minority. Your best bet is Vancouver. Well, thank you. I will. I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I am a faggot. I appreciate. No, I appreciate the honesty. No, I appreciate the honesty. Um, but it's like I don't know. I guess the fat thing is probably more like if you're looking for love or something, or if you're looking for that special someone. I'm good. I'm good for right now. Um, I don't know. I guess I could just, if I want to, I could just starve myself and lose weight. Yeah, no, Africa is beautiful. I think their politics are just kind of thwarted a little bit because of the colonialism mentality that they still kind of seem to carry. Um, and I mean, most countries that were colonized tend to have that, especially when it has to deal with people of color, kind of have that mentality because you handle living the country life around cows and deer. Monta, I no, I'm a city kid, um, but I don't mind being on the outskirts per se, but I do need to have some kind of semblance of I have to have a semblance of something. I need there to know that there's going to be um there are people around. Yeah, like we have cows and shit here. I'm not trying to be around that. I didn't grow up around that. It's not my thing. Um Justice. Hello, Justice. Go to Cuba. You live a good life there. Race isn't a big deal. I've heard about that. I've heard about Cuba. What about the opportunities, like job opportunities in Cuba? Like, like, are the job opportunities good in Cuba? Facts is facts is he is daddy. Thank you. No, kidding. I am fat. I mean, I don't mind. Being called fat isn't like a disrespectful thing to me because I'm totally okay with it. I'm 6 foot and I'm 300. So yeah, that's let's see. Vancouver has a wonderful gay life. I just visited back in January. I love I've never actually been to I guess I should actually try to go to Canada first before I even, before I do anything. But I really do want to go to Canada. I've just heard so much about it. And my friend that lives in New York, he actually drives up to Canada every now and then. I really want to go. It's illegal to be gay in Africa. Yeah, see, so it's illegal to be gay in most countries in Africa, right? So that's what I was worried about. I don't want to have to. That's where I was saying, like, I will definitely give the America that point in that I I don't have to worry about by government standards. If it's something that someone disagrees with, then that's where the issue usually is by the individual, not by the government. In Africa and some in most countries in Africa, there's like government, like federal government for gays. Um, Japan, yeah, Japan isn't a diverse country, but one of the things that I like about Japan is that they're very respectful. They're very nice. It has the lowest crime rate, I think, of most country of any country. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I'm not trying to make Japan sound like an utopia, but it is pretty. From what I've heard from my friend living there, she loves it. She doesn't want to come back here. She says it's peaceful there. The people are nice. Well, she's white, so I don't think it'll be too much different for black people. From what I've had, as far as like my roommate, I had when I was in college, I had Japanese roommates, and I had them for like 3 or 4 years. No, 3 years, and I can kind of second that sentiment that they're very respectful, very kind. They don't want to hurt your feelings or anything. Let's see. I believe their vetting process is dependent on your education and criminal history. Oh, Cursed Runaway said that for the vetting process for Canada, is that I believe their vetting process is dependent on your education and criminal history. Okay, okay, okay. See that part I didn't know about. Um, it was funny. My friend who actually tried to go to Canada, they didn't let him go because he had a speeding ticket that was still on his record. They turned him away at the Ontario. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, that's pretty. Why not just travel around until you find a place you like? Money. If I had more money, I trust me, I would be going all over the place. I mean, there are a lot of places in the U.S. that I still want to go to, that I want to try, um, but it's really all about money. I want to go. I want to go out of the country again so bad. You have no idea how bad I want to go out of the country. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. A couple of weeks ago, Angola canceled the law banning homosexual intercourse, which is quite cool. The general mentality is going to take another couple of years to adapt it, though. Uh, Heard of South Africa? South Africa has gay radio? No shit. Do they really? I didn't know South Africa had gay radio. I'm gonna have to check that out now. I can just like go online and find it. That's pretty. That's pretty fucking awesome. Uh, you're looking for something outside yourself when it's within. Yeah, that could. I mean, that could be it. Um, and it's a lot of like. It has to do with like a lot of self discovery and stuff, But you know, like I've watched a couple of videos about what it's like being in, like a lot of people will make videos about what it's like being black in South Korea, or what it's like being black in Japan, or what it's like being, in a different country. most of the black people who I've seen said that they felt safer because they don't have to worry about getting stopped by the police for being black. Um, they don't have to worry about um, random shootings happening. Um, and a lot of the times, if it's any kind of racism or anything like that, most of the time it's ignorance. But that's just what they say. That's their take on it. Like I said, when I was in France, I didn't have any issues. I never. Most of the people there were mixed anyway, so I kind of blended in a little bit anyway. Um, but I mean, as far as like being treated unfairly, I mean, just for the time that I was there, that's only 3 months, so 4 months, so that's not really a lot to say. But I wasn't really treated any kind of way. Um, I'm telling you, Cuba is very accepting of gay men, and the whole race thing is not a big deal. Okay, okay. Andrew said that Cuba's very accepting of gay men. Okay, I'll have to try out Cuba. I have to go there and see how that is. Um, it's not often that I get to like get out of this country like across other waters. So that'll be nice. You must do what's best for you. I'm just I think it's that thing that's like I don't want to get to a point where I'm regretting it. You know what I mean? And that's part of the reason why. I mean, maybe I can find maybe I can feel a little bit better somewhere else. You know, and it's not I wouldn't move to a different country to run away from problems. I'd rather deal with my problems here, and not take them with me somewhere else, you know? Let's see. A lot of African countries are progressing when it comes to mostly just legal stuff. And that's what I've heard too. So, I mean, Africa will come along one one day, sooner or later. Let's see. South Africa has a lot of crime. Does it really? Uh, Come to Atlanta. From what I've heard, Atlanta's full. Every time I see someone say about Atlanta, they're like, "Stop coming! Traffic's bad. It's full. There are no jobs. It's full." Um, that's what I hear. Let's see. It's really ironic. I've had the same experience as a man of color in the United States, and I feel that we are so stereotyped that it's just hard to be who you want to be, whether it's gay or straight. Yeah, yeah. Um, I do feel that way. Um, Especially like it depends. Especially like within the like African American community, it's very they do tend to have labels. Like for me being light skinned, I can guarantee you. Like, I mean, I used to get this a lot. That a lot of light skinned guys are very, um, oh, I don't know. Like we're not taken seriously or something like that. I don't know. Like I kind of stopped thinking about that shit a while ago. Vancouver is winning. Yeah, I've heard. I see in the comments that a lot of people keep saying Vancouver, so I might have to try that. Uh, you've grown some meat on those bones. Nothing wrong with that. You're still very handsome. Thank you so much, John. Yeah, no, I worked out. I worked out a lot, and a lot of the weight that I did gain was at least a lot of it was muscle. Because I don't think I look 300 pounds. Maybe until I actually see myself. I don't know. How about Nigeria? I don't know. I'll have to read more into it, and see about how uh, Nigeria is. Hell, if you need a roommate, I'll move with you. I've been dying to get out of this country. So Andrew, why do you want to get out of the country? A lot of people, um, a lot of people have their own reasonings, but why do you want to leave the country? I'm just curious. Um, it's getting bad all over the world. Just pick your poison. That's how I kind of feel about some places. Um, that's how I feel about some places. So I'm kind of nervous about like even making a jump. But I feel like it would be a good jump to make. And this is like years down the line. This isn't like within the next couple of years. This is going to be a while away. Um, do you speak any other languages? I speak this much Spanish. I speak French, enough French to get by. Um, there's a lot of lingo, like in jargon in French, like a lot of words that I don't really understand. So I'm trying to work on my vocabulary in French now. Um, Greek. I'm learning Greek. I took Japanese. I took 2 years of Japanese in college, so I know how to write. I know how to write some of it, and I know how to read it. Speaking it is kind of hard for me, but right now my focus is Greek, so I'm trying to learn Greek right now, just because it's just a beautiful language. So I don't know if I'll ever need it, but it's a beautiful language. Uh, so what would you do as your last hurrah in the states if you decide to leave? I don't even want to fucking know, man. Usually, my last hurrah would involve me like doing some kind of dumb shit. I would, in real life, I would love to have a oh, what's that? A hangover, like the movie Hangover. I would love to have a hangover moment where I'm like, I wake up in a whole another state, with my clothes off, and I'm trying to figure out where to go. You know what I mean? Like that. That's as far as like hoorah goes. That's what I would love to do. I'm woke up married with like 20 tattoos. That would be great. I would love to have that. I believe we have to get in touch with our councilman. It's a lot. See, I didn't know that it was. I think a lot of places are kind of difficult for Americans to get into. The thing is that we don't have to worry about getting a visa because our visa lasts for 3 months. But then after that, we'll have to figure out like whether we need like a student visa, which I mean probably wouldn't apply unless you're going to school, or like a work visa, which would be a work visa. Um, Oh, you're not fat. You're chubby and very attractive. I appreciate it, Dwayne. Thank you. Hey, furry. Yeah, it's this beard. I'm gonna let it grow a little bit more. Thinking about getting dreadlocks. I don't know. Would you ever come to London? I would actually. Um, I would come to London. I don't know enough about London, but I would definitely. Just from what I've seen, I would. But I would need to research London more. But I mean, from what I've always wanted to visit London for sure. Um, oh, thanks. Oh, Mark, thank you so much. Yes, Daniel, go to. Actually, I had a friend that lived in Adelaide, um, but let me know what you think about it because Australia seems like a really cool place. I don't know. Australia seems like a really, really cool place. Um, Federal government for gays. They have a high suicide rate, also declining populations, not very sexual society. Where, Curse Runaway, where you said they have a high suicide rate, also a declining population. Where is that? Been to Japan for a week and it was amazing. Yeah, I want to go to Japan so bad. I mean, the only time I ever went out of the country was in France. I was actually going to take a plane to go to Greece, but that was when they were having their austerity riots, and it was like a lot of shit in Athens, and that's where the plane landed. I was like, I don't want to deal with that shit. So I just got a tattoo instead. Yeah, a speeding ticket. They actually turned him away at the Ontario airport because of a speeding ticket. Can you believe that shit? Um, the job market in education is great. If you're going to be a teacher, the cost of living is extremely cheap. In America, money goes a long way. Okay, all right. I'll remember that. My money is tight too, but I'm making sure. Girl, Justice, I'm right there with you. I'm just having to. I'm trying to save up money. It's just hard. There's a lot of shit that I want to do and a lot of places that I want to go visit, and it's hard for me. I can't. As of right now, I'm trying to save up for a house. So all the money that I'm setting aside is going towards like a down payment on a house. Like I said, moving isn't is going to be a while away. So I'm not like I would rather get something on an investment and get equity off of than staying in this place and paying something that's not really an investment. You know what I mean? But yeah, I need to get my money right, and then I'll be flying everywhere. Trust me. You seem too well, nice, wholesome for a lot of those places. San Francisco is too harsh. Money driven. LA is about money. I mean, what do you want? A house, a dog, a kid? Uh, Beyonce. I love your. I'm gonna read your screen name because I love it. Beyonce's Mega Man 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I love that. Um, San Francisco. I wouldn't live in San Francisco just because it's just way too expensive there. Way too expensive. L.A. My family is from. My family actually lives in California. My dad's side, and we used to go to California. They live in the OC, so my sister and I would go to California every summer, and we'd stay with them. And From what I remember, I mean, even now, but like back then, we didn't. My family hated going to LA because it was dirty and it was nasty, and they didn't like it, and I see why. Like whenever I go to California. I try to go yearly to go see my family and friends that are out there, and I'm not really a big fan of LA myself. There are a lot better places um, in California where I'd rather live. I'm a SoCal dude at heart, but there are a lot of better places I'd rather live. Um, I mean, Redondo Beach is beautiful. It reminds me of where I'm living now, just on a beachfront. I mean, that's basically it. Japan is very racist. There's certain parts you can only go to, and that's what I was thinking too. That's what I was saying. Like my friend in Japan, she's white, so I don't know how her experience is definitely going to be different from a black male experience. Um, I know with if you have, I don't know if they changed that, but friend told me, my Japanese friend told me that if you get tattoos, you can't go into the sauna, and that's just for anyone. From most of the people, I usually see that they'll say that it's more of like not a race thing, but more of an outsider thing. That much I'm not sure about. That much I'm not sure about. Let's see if you figure that out, fat boy. It'll be easier for you to find what you want or where you want to live. Yeah, true. Let's see, fat boy. Do you want the husband, kid, dog life, soul place, what? That should determine where you choose. Yeah. Uh, Husband, nah, I'm not really a marriage type. Kid, I fucking hate kids. I do love dogs, and I want to at least have a house, um, or I want to at least have a house or maybe like a small, like a cheap apartment that's not in a bad area. That's um, like middle pace, not fast or slow, but just just let me go with the flow. You know what I mean? Um, John, can you see my questions? Yeah, I'm scrolling through, so I'm trying to make sure I get everyone's. I would love to visit Egypt, but the Arabs are there now, and it's not safe for gay men there. Yeah, I want to go to Egypt so bad, and apparently our dollar goes fucking far. From what I've heard, our dollar goes far. It's just the plane trip over there is so expensive, but our dollar goes fucking far from what they told me. So I really want to try that. What else besides safety has you wanting to leave the U.S.? I think that Americans are too can sometimes be too patriotic and too nationalistic, to the point where it kind of blinds their judgment. Um, and I would say like really just within this last primary race, but I mean just really just far back. I don't think Americans are educated enough to for some of the decisions that we have, or some of the decisions that we can make. Like like for the prime, just take for example the last elections. It got to a point where we got Trump and Clinton, like Hillary Clinton. I'm not a fan of either. I was just like, what did we do to get to this point to have these two that people didn't really even like, And it's just like I feel like can be too patriotic sometimes. Um, and to me, it's patriotic to the point where it's like blinding in judgment. That's the thing. That's one of the things I don't like. Other thing I don't like is insurance. Most like a lot of places, like for even Canada, for instance, has universal health care. I'm okay with you taxing the fuck out of me if I get health care. it's it's I'm okay with it. I'm okay with the free health care and the taxing, and um, this privatized health insurance that we have here isn't really um, it doesn't benefit most of Americans, and the fact that we still have it is and we're not probably ever going to move from it, um, because Americans are so worried about taxation from it. It's just I don't know. I have those are two of the things. If I think of something else, I'll come back to it. But I'm not can't think of anything else right now. Let's see. I have a friend who's from my home state. One of those businesses, Milan. Ooh, and African Americans are happily welcomed there with open arms. That's really cool. In Milan, Italy, I can only speak a little bit of Italian. but that's fucking cool. I didn't know that. Okay. Um, I've always, and I've always thought Italians were the ones who were that could potentially be the racist ones. I don't know why. That's the kind of vibe that I got from Italians. But that's pretty cool though. I'll check that out. That's pretty awesome. Um, I mean, you should be fine. You're not like a flaming queen or anything. You're not going to be running down the street with rainbow flags. I don't think you're probably very masculine. Yeah, that's true. But it's like, what if one day I did want to be like a flaming fucking queen and I wanted to, wave my rainbow flag running down the street? Like I want to be able to do that and be safe doing it. Not to say that I'm going to do it, but what if I wanted to? What if I just had an inclination to just like, run down with flames coming down my asses? That'd be great. You would love Canada. I'm really thinking about it. I kind of want to go. What's a good time to visit Canada? Obviously, I'm not really a fan of snow or cold weather. That's the only thing that's keeping me back from going to Canada. But I would love Canada. Um, let's see. Would love to see love to see you without any clothes. We'll save that for another video. I'll do that maybe one day. YouTube will just take it down, no big deal. Oh yeah, invitation for Carnival. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, that would be fun. Let's see. Okay, here's one. Here in America, conditioned. We're so conditioned and putting race before character. So when you actually get an opportunity to go somewhere like Cuba and race isn't that big of a deal, it's so rewarding. Yeah, dude, that's so cool. Like it's just here in America, race is such a big deal. It's a huge deal here. I don't know why. It's just such a big deal here, and we as Americans put so much emphasis on race that I think for a lot of black people, it tends to put black people down because they think so much about race that sometimes it could be hard for some black people to think about the future because they're so stuck in the past. You know what I mean? Um, and to be in a I think to be in a society like that where it's like I don't have to think about. I mean, it's like saying I don't have to think about my race and actually living like I don't have to think about my race is two different things. But man, if there was a day that I never had to think about my race, it would be I would love it. Uh, I would love it. Florida's waiting. I've thought about Florida. My one of my good friends just moved to Florida this week, and she loves it. I would love it. Let's see. This is a good one. Girl, how did you discover Greek in the first place? That's pretty nerdy. Okay, so a little tidbit about me that I've never actually talked about. I'm a language nerd. I love learning languages. It's just a fun thing for me. That's part of the reason why I know bits and pieces here, but I want to get good at like particular languages. Like I'm good with French. Still working on vocabulary, but I'm good with French, but I want to learn other stuff, right? So, um, I I've always wanted to hear what Greek sounded like because I've never actually heard Greek. Hollywood does a really bad job of trying to do Greeks, right? So they're just it's not accurate, is what I mean. It's not historically accurate. So I was like, okay, well, let me try to look up what Greek sounds like. I went on YouTube, just looked up Greek stuff, and I was like, wow, this is pretty legit. So since then, I've just been it's just a beautiful language. It's so beautiful, and the fact that it's been around for like one of the oldest spoken languages, it's pretty awesome to me. Let's see. Did you see the video where the black girl was in Japan? They spit on her in Japan. Where was this? I see. That's the shit that I'm talking. Like, man, dude, they spit on this bitch. Like that wouldn't fly for me at all. I mean, not gonna kill him, but that's pretty. That's something else. And that's the thing. Like, I don't want to talk about each country. I don't want to talk about one country as if as if it'll be like an utopia. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to be realistic and analyze each country, like and analyze the flaws, before I do anything. So um ooh, Dubai. Yeah, let me know how it is. I've heard like really mixed things about Dubai. Japan is awesome. I'll tell anyone to at least visit one time. That's awesome. I really want to go to. I really want to go to Japan, like really bad. Stand up and let us get a good look of you. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I. I'm always sitting down, so I don't ever. Okay, hold on. So it's gonna be. Hold on. So I'm lazy right now. So you're not really seeing much of it. I can't really show everything. Hold on. Hold on. Yep, that's about all you're gonna get for right now. I will figure this out later. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I want to get out because I'm tired of being stereotyped, and I'm an educated male who can't be accepted for who I am. I'm not even with my right. Yeah, that's how I feel, Andrew. That's kind of how I feel too. Um, thought I misread it at first. LA is not dirty or none of the above. I don't know what part you visit. Skid Row. I've never actually been to Skid Row. Um, no, the parts of LA that I've been to haven't been the nicest parts of LA, but that's where my family is. And like downtown LA is really trashy to me. It's dirty to me, and there's a lot that's going on in downtown LA. Maybe outside of downtown and like other parts, it's not just the parts that I've seen. I'm not really feeling it, and plus it's too expensive. Like LA is where everyone wants to live, so it's kind of expensive. I'd rather be on the maybe probably within LA County, but just not in LA proper. If that makes sense. Justice. Wait, let's see. Oh yeah, buying and investing into a home is everything. My mama did it, but I also see a struggle to maintain it as well. However, the property taxes in Michigan will kick your ass. Yeah. Um, I want to have a house. I just want to, have something to say, "Hey, this is mine." I come in, I walk in my house. It's my house. But I don't want to struggle. And like I said, I'm putting money aside so that way I can at least make the down payment a little bit lower. But we'll see. I'm gonna keep trying, keep holding on to it. I love stocky here, man. Oh, thank you. I like high rise condos. I like condos. Yeah, like I said, I've gotten so because I have a dog here, and I'm so used to just being able to just let her out whenever I want to. That's part of the reason why I would rather stick with a townhouse or something like that, where I can just like let her out and then that's it. Federico, you're so beautiful. Thank you so much, man. Um, I think that guy who was talking about the country with the high suicide rate was Japan. Not sure if they're the highest, but they're up there. Yeah, they actually have what's called the suicide force, and that's a really well known thing. I don't know if you saw the video with what's his name, Jake Paul or something. I don't know what the fuck his name is, but he he actually went to that suicide forest and actually like filmed the dead body there. I was like, are you fucking serious? Um, yeah, that's which is not okay. But yeah, Japan's suicide rate is pretty high. And from what I've read, it seems like a lot of it has to do with like the high stress and the high work hours that they do. That's what I know. Um, Nationalist angle that's coming from a vet marine. Oh wow, yeah. So this guy said I agree about the nationalist angle, and that's coming from a vet marine. It's scary. Yeah, in my opinion, it's good to have. I mean, like France is a very nationalistic country as well. Um, it's good to have pride in your country, and it's good to have pride in where you're from. But if it's getting to the point where it's like it's keeping you boxed in, it's keeping you to where you can't. It's clouding your judgment. You know what I mean? Like it's clouding your judgment, and it's worrisome to me. You know, that's my thing. Is that it's starting to get kind of worrisome to me. So we'll see. We'll see. Uh, hold on. I had the okay. Let's see. Hold on. Come to Miami. I've always wanted to go to Miami. I'm actually gonna try to go to Miami. Maybe not this year, but next year. I really want to go so bad. Philip James, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate that. Stephen Hill, thanks, man. Federico, thank you so much. Mesmerized for life, loving the beard, bro. Thank you, man. I'm just gonna let it grow a little bit more. I'm lazy and I hate shaving. So that's big boys are the best. I agree. I completely agree. We're awesome, right? Let's see. Okay, there's a guy on Instagram who publishes LGBT oriented drawing cartoons with Middle Eastern twists. Be sure to look for that's the name, Art Queer Habibi. Okay. All right, I'll whenever I get off here, I'll go and look at that. Um, Healthcare should be a big decision maker. I think my friend from Jamaica chose Florida instead of Jamaica to move because his wife didn't trust Jamaican healthcare. Damn. That, that's saying something. But yeah, that's healthcare is part of the reason why I'm wanting to leave America is because the first of all, I don't like that you get penalized for not having healthcare. I think that's fucking stupid. And the cuts that, well, at least under Trump's administration so far, the cuts to Medicare aren't good for the majority of people. So, like, take for instance, in the state that I'm in, I live in Arkansas, right? So, Arkansas is one of the poorest states in the U.S. And you have a lot of people who in Arkansas who are having to use the system. So they recently changed that. I want to say like 2 years ago, they changed it to where they cut Medicare funding. So like the government in general cut Medicare funding, and they made it to where if you don't work 40 hours a week, if you have your Medicare and you don't work 40 hours a week, you lose it. So, I mean it's good, but I mean, it came from cutting the Medicare part, and that's the thing that I'm kinda like, unless you find a good job, it's gonna be hard to make it in a poor southern state. It's just gonna be hard. Um, would you Tampa, Orlando, would you do? Oh, yeah, I need to go find yeah, she lives on I'll have to find where she lives. She told me where she lived, but I wanna go to Miami so bad. Let's see, I'm really keen on learning languages. I've been trying to master Turkish for a while now. Arabic is it's on my bucket list as well. Yeah, I love learning languages. Languages are just fucking fun for me, man. It's like and part of the reason why I wanted to learn languages in the beginning was because I wanted to bridge the gap. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want there to be a language barrier if I wanted to speak with someone. You know what I mean? Which is zodiac. I'm a Libra too. I am a Libra as well. You don't like LA? No, not really. Not particularly. I would much rather if I wanted to live so my dream place to live in California would be sorry about the train. My dream place to live in California would probably be San Diego. I really like San Diego. Um, West Hollywood is where the gays are, so I don't know about that. Maybe, but yeah, I'm not really a big LA person. It's not really my thing. Did you ever think about Atlanta? I've thought about Atlanta. Um, the things that kind of turn me off from Atlanta, and I don't know if this is true. Maybe you can help me out. Um, I mean, I've heard about like traffic. I hate traffic. I'm not a traffic guy, and apparently the traffic is rated some of the worst in the country. I think like with Houston, I want to say it's probably like the worst in the country. Um, Jobs. Apparently, there are so many people who are moving in versus the people leaving that there's a lot of competition and it's hard to find jobs. Um, and let's see what else was there. Crime was pretty high. Um, the housing market can be expensive. Well, I mean that's anywhere actually, but they were saying that relatively it's kind of expensive. But I don't know for sure. Um, Daniel, thanks for watching. I appreciate that. Um, so Atlanta is less expensive. Okay, everyone goes to Atlanta. It isn't for everyone. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know for sure. We'll see. So we're rooting for you. Thank you so much, man. What color are your eyes? If you already answered that question, don't worry about it. Hazel. My eyes are hazel. Let's see. I'm looking forward to make some new friends. Yeah, anytime. Andrew, send me anytime. Just If you're not on Instagram, just message me and I'll send you my links and stuff. I'm surprised to hear about Cuba. I thought they were still a communist nation. Yeah, that's what I was under the impression too. So that's pretty cool. I mean, if they're as gay friendly as you're saying, I think that's pretty fucking cool. You need to be on YouTube more often. Your convos are worth the watch. Thank you so much. I think my thing is that I get so busy. The part of the reason, so someone actually left a comment on one of my videos. They said, "Why do you always record your videos in your car?" It's because I'm usually so busy. Like it's like at work when I'm on lunch is like my time to think, and that's my time to like breathe. So that's why I don't make them as often as I do. And when I'm at home, I'm just like focused on other shit that I don't even think about it. Um, but thank you. Yeah, I'll try. I'm gonna do better, man. I promise. I'm growing my bit out now, and I love it. I want to grow one down. Try using natural oils. Yeah, I need to. I grew out my beard because I'm lazy and I don't want to cut it or do anything with it, and I need to do better about doing that shit too. Hey, what's going on, Phantom Black 18? I like that, Phantom Black 18. Uh, your husband or boyfriend material. I like it. Thank you so much. I give off a lot of body heat, by the way. Atlanta traffic is bad. Jobs are plentiful, but because everyone is moving here, it's harder than it used to be. The crime has gotten worse, but there are tons of neighborhoods. Okay, okay, yeah. So that's the stuff that I've heard about it. I need to actually visit. So where I live, we actually have a direct flight to Atlanta, since that's like the main Delta hub. So I can actually go over there, um, and do it. Yeah, Bob, I do have Instagram. I have Instagram and Twitter. It's stigmatic underscore aura 8. Yeah. So um, if you want to just find me on Twitter or Instagram, and feel free to talk to me. And I promise I'll get back to you. It's hard for me to respond quickly sometimes, but I got you. I promise. I just realized that you reminded me of my dad, likewise, but with beard and lighter eyes. Oh, nice, good. I mean, is that a good thing? Did you play Kingdom Hearts 3? I did play Kingdom Hearts 3. I beat it. Um, I wish I could. Nigel, hello, Nigel. Um, Hi, Visk. Like a Santa Claus. Now that I'm thinking, now that's awesome, man. It says, you have a hefty laugh, like a hearty laugh, like a Santa Claus or Dr. Phil. That's fucking awesome. What's up, King Jordan? Yeah, so I did beat Kingdom Hearts. It's fucking awesome. Um, if you don't have it, I recommend getting into the series. It's fucking good. It's really good. Um, what else? Wait, hold on. My dream vacation, Greece. Um, Greece, anywhere Greece. I love Greece. Let's see. Hollywood is here now, so we have somewhat of a yeah. Okay, yeah. Hollywood is in Atlanta. Yeah, yeah. Um, that's true. I might have to actually go out there and see. No ocean. That's yeah, yeah. That's the one thing I hate about. That's what I really miss about being in like California in the summers was the ocean because we would drive to the ocean because my aunt doesn't live far from the ocean at all, and so we would drive to the ocean like every day, and it was just oh man, it was so nice. Uh, Beardy McBeard, man. Thanks, man. Where you been? I've been hiding. No, 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 not really. But I actually got Kingdom Hearts 3 like a couple of weeks ago, and all of my focus was on that shit. It was all on Kingdom Hearts 3. So back now. Let's see. It's on all videos. Let's be honest, Professor. So yeah, so that video about Final Fantasy 15, I have been waiting on Final Fantasy 15 for literally 10 years. I was waiting on it back when it was still versus 13. So I thought I was going to be dead like 20 times over by the time this game came out. And it came out. I was disappointed to say the least, but I'm happy that I got to play something. So, happy I got to play something, I guess. Um how's life been? Life has been really interesting. Um I'm at a point now where I'm just trying to I would like to get a better position in my job than I am currently. I would like to make more money and and move up. You know, like I was telling someone earlier, I want to get a house, but it's kind of hard for me to get a house on the money that I'm making right now. Well, it wouldn't be, but I have to pay student loans, so that's the part that's hard for me. I'm having to pay student loans, and like the amount that I pay for student loans is literally um, it's literally a car payment what I have to pay. So yeah, man, it's yeah. I mean, it's good. I mean, I have a place. You know, I have a dog here. You know, it's like it's just it's what I wanted. So it's good. It's working out. You know, I'm just happy about it. What fragrances do you wear? I don't wear them anymore unless they're naturally driven. I don't. I'm not a fragrance guy. I'll wear it on a special occasion, like if I'm feeling sexy and I want to go out or something. That's the only time you're probably ever gonna see me. That's literally like the only time you're ever gonna see me with like with cologne or something on. I'm not a cologne man. That's just not my thing. I don't do it. I'm a Leo. Yeah, okay, all right. I like to get a tiny house one day. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I think I don't know how I feel about those. I like tiny houses. I don't know how I feel about those though. I mean, I would like them if I didn't have so much stuff. That's my thing. I have like this big ass couch and I have a king size bed. I have a lot of shit. Sean 2.0, have you been hitting the gym? Yeah, yeah. I usually try to go every day. I fucked up my wrist yesterday. I went to the gym yesterday. I fucked up my wrist from an injury that happened like a long time ago when I was in high school. I fucked up my wrist, so I didn't go today, and I'm gonna go whenever it kind of feels a little bit better. But um, I'll probably go tomorrow after work, and I'll do legs because I need to do legs like now. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. You're such a nerd. I am a nerd. Um, like you know what's funny? When I was in high school, I was not that guy at all. I hated sports, and I mean I'm not really a big sports person now, but the most that I do is like weightlifting, and no, I'm a fucking nerd. I'm a nerd when it comes to games and when it comes to like lifting and gym shit. Like that's what I'm a nerd about. Um, but yeah, I never played football or anything. But looking back on it, I wish I would have stuck with baseball. I was actually pretty good at baseball. Don't remind me. Well, Justice, congratulations. Congratulations to you for getting that shit paid off. I want my student loans paid off so bad, but I made a lot of poor choices. And that's part of the reason why I'm trying to warn people, hey, don't get student loans. Like, man, it's not worth it. But congratulations to you. I will probably cry when I get my student loans paid off. And the only time I'm probably gonna get it paid off is when I hit the lottery. That's what's gonna happen. And one sentence, how would you oh, this is a good one. Bob, in one sentence, how would you sum up the internet? Trolls for life. Are you a top? Yeah, I answer that. Yeah, I am. Uh, I have bottom four, but this was like way back when I was a teenager, and didn't like it. I mean, it was cool for what it was, but it's not my thing. I'm not a bottom. And like whenever you see these gay articles and stuff like on Queerty and stuff, when they say, "Is it time to get rid of like these labels, these top bottom labels?" I am not a I'm not a label whore, but I'm not one of those guys that's like, if you don't like it, don't you're not if you're not a bottom, if you don't like bottoming, you're not a bottom. If you don't like topping, you're not a top. You know what I mean? So I say just take it for what it is. What type of dog do you have? I can't. Hold on. Can I do this? She's knocked out right now. She's mixed. I don't know what she's mixed with, but she's mixed. And yeah, she's mixed. So she's a sweet dog. She has a lot of She has a lot of issues though. So, but she's a sweet dog, and I love her to death. Unless you move somewhere like Detroit, where houses are expensive, this the city is rebounding. I've heard that the city is rebounding. I'm actually seeing where they're putting a lot more reconstruction emphasis into the downtown area, and the houses, like the lots where the old houses were, they're starting to tear those down and build more houses, and probably like the property, right? Try to build up the property value. Oh, here's one. Red Panda, how do you feel about the situation in the gay community where they tend to put down gays that are more masked than femme and doesn't fit into the gay mold? I noticed a lot of hate towards people like this in the community. I've talked about it before, but I definitely don't mind saying it again. I I don't like that there's this separation between masculine and feminine guys. I don't as far and I mean as far as the separation goes, like there's this stigma that's associated with feminine guys. I don't know why. Um, I hate it. I hate that there's this stigma that's here when we're I guess I feel like it because because I'm kind of already I'm in the minority already anyway. So it's like we're trying to come together, and these people, these feminine people who fought for shit, they fought for us to be able to be good. You know what I mean? It's just it's not right for for them to for people to criticize feminine people at all when we should all come together. It's just so sad to me that it really bothers me that I'm a masculine guy, but I don't go around saying, oh yeah, I'm this mask for mask like top. Fuck that. Like that's not what I'm about, and that's never what I'm going to be about. I love everyone. um I don't have like a preference when it comes to that. If you're not an asshole, I'll date you. You know what I mean? So I hate that part of the community about it, and that's why I was saying, like, for a lot of the slack that I give the gay community, I love the gay community. I love how in times of need we do come together, but those times are like not often enough. We should be together all the time anyway, and stop looking at each other for whether you're masculine or feminine. That shit doesn't matter at the end of the day. We're a community. It doesn't matter our color, it doesn't matter our race. We need to come together and always be together. We need to be supportive of one another all the time. And that's how I'm always going to feel about it. And it just frustrates me that there's this any type of divide anyway. We're like really fighting hard for equality when we can't even acknowledge each other in our own group. You know what I mean? It's just so sad. It just bothers the shit out of me. Um, Ever thought about the East Coast wages? I have thought about the East Coast. Yeah, yeah, I've thought about the East Coast. I don't know. I don't know what I think about it yet, but I've thought about it. I kind of want to keep looking and looking around there and seeing what I can find. But I've thought about the East Coast for sure. You're such a guy. Oh, thanks, Vincent. Okay. Oh, New Zealand. Oh, thanks, man. All right, Andrew. I'll hit you up. I'll message you. Do you have a Switch? I do have a Switch. And I'm currently just playing Smash. I got a Switch just for Smash, so I'm playing that. Um, let's see. Do you like Comic Con? I actually want to go to Comic Con, the San Diego Comic Con, but I probably won't get to come to it this year because I'm trying to go in May for DragCon. This will be my first time actually going to DragCon, so I want to go there and see how that is. I'll probably go to Drag or Comic Con next year. Um, that's the goal, especially with Wonder Woman 2020 coming out. They'll probably have like a Wonder Woman panel, and I have to see that shit. Uh, let's see. Can you show us signature dance moves? Fuck no. You don't want to see me dance. No, I will dance like when I go out and I go to a club, like, especially when I'm drunk, that's it, man. I'm fucking gone. But and I'll dance to my heart's content. But right here, I don't dance on cue. I'm not a good dancer. Let's see. It's funny. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so someone replied to Red Panda and said it's funny because most gay men are masculine, yet the whole community is run by feminine queens and feminist lesbians. Yeah, yeah. Justice. Bottoming is acquired taste. It's not for everyone. You are damn right about that. And I tried it. I tried it, and it didn't work. It didn't work. It was just like it feels a lot different than what you like the first time you do it. It feels a lot different than what you're expecting it. Not my thing, but that's why I like, for the bottoms out there, y'all are God's gift to the gays because that shit is like, I couldn't do it. Favorite movie and album of all time. Oh, that's a good one. Shit. Favorite movie. Ooh. Uh, Let me think about that one. I don't know that one. Favorite movie. Okay, favorite album though. This might be a little bit cheesy, but favorite album of all time. It would have to be between Prince's Purple Rain and Bjork's Post. Wait, no, yeah. So Bjork, Prince, Bjork, and FKA Twigs LP1. Those are my three big ones. I can't just name one. Uh, Thank you. Yeah, my dog is adorable. I love her. She's just weird. I think she was abused in the past, so she still kind of has a lot of issues like that. But she's cool though. Um, yeah, so I noticed it too. Is for me, I'm more of a math guy and not into the tropical James Charles or the tropical James Charles, and apparently I'm not gay from what others claim in the gay community. Red Panda. I do get. It's just the way that I carry myself. I mean, I don't mean to. I don't consciously carry myself in a way that I don't seem gay. But a lot of people will say, "Oh, I get girls hit on me, like women hit on me all the time," and I'm just like, "Sorry, I'm gay," And it's like um, I don't consciously try to pass as a straight guy. It's just how I am. But yeah, I do feel about that. Ooh, Pulp Fiction and Thriller. Yeah, I Pulp Fiction is a weird movie. Quentin Tarantino just makes weird shit. I mean, I like his shit. He just makes weird shit. Uh, a little bit sugar on top of the sheets, but you'll know. I love this one, Andrew. So I'm masculine with a little bit of sugar on top, but the sugar only comes out in between the sheets. But you'll never be able to tell that based on the looks of things. That's fucking awesome. Last serious question: Naruto or Sasuke? Sasuke. I like Sasuke a lot more. I like Sasuke because
I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Take a look at the help section in your Alexa app.
pretty sure I didn't say her name. That was fucking weird. Um, yeah, no, I'm a Sasuke dude because I relate more to his whole story of trying to figure shit out on your own. I'm right there with him. Okay, yeah, we'll do, Andrew. Um, Hi, let's see. I'm straight, but I throw you and my gay friends. Well, I'm glad some like I like that straight guys watch my videos. I think that's really cool. I know that a lot of times it's geared more towards the gay audience, but I'm happy that other people can come in. So yeah, and I don't know how I'd feel about the wedgie, but we'll say that it's good. Let's see. I can't even decide if I want to go into the police force or animation. I'm about to graduate. Oh, Red Panda. So congrats on graduating. The police forces, man, if you want to do that, that's more power to you. It's kind of it's scary to be a police officer out there right now. So, I mean, animation would be fun, right? It would be a lot less safe, wouldn't it? Let's see. That sounds great, but there's still a racial divide even in the gay community. Oh yeah, yeah, there's a racial divide in the gay community, and I feel like that's it's like the thing with race is that we have to talk about race because it's something that happens all the time, but people will bring it up, and we can only bring it up so much that people will just stop listening to it. And I just wish that people would I wish that people would analyze a little bit more and give the minorities a chance to actually say like what's considered racist, instead of like getting blown off. You know what I mean? Um, I can never be picking off from me. Okay. It's unfortunate, but it's true. Most gay white guys will never date black men, and if they do, it's because they want a bigger piece of the pie. And I struggle. Like with interracial dating, especially when it comes to like dating, um, like interracially. Um, I struggle with that for a long time. It took me a while for me, like when, like if I wanted to date like a white guy or Hispanic guy or any other race, and they said, "Sorry, I don't do black guys," that um that kind of fucked me up for the longest time. But I had to like really think about it, and I was like, like I'm not gonna be upset for someone who wants to limit themselves on something. You know what I mean? I mean, even if it could come from a racist intent, you know what I mean? It's still it's not worth getting upset over. It's not worth taking it personally. I've been there. It fucks with your self esteem. Don't worry about it. You know what I mean? It's just not it's not worth it. Kenneth Taylor, God bless the bottoms. Yes, God bless the bottoms. uh Show me for the hardships that we have to endure. Oh yeah. No, you're first you're graduating. So hey, Red Panda, you're doing good. I think you're doing good. So what's the funniest joke you know by heart? I don't know any jokes. I'm not a joke guy. Um I don't know any jokes. I'm just not a joke guy. Let's see. The only Sasuke I like is Boruto Sasuke. All the ones before I hate. He was yeah, Sasuke like in Shippuden was the definition of emo. And it was kind of like yeah, I mean, but I do like his stuff, but he's grown a lot in Boruto. I do like that. Let's see. So since you're being open, do you like hinky sex? Nothing crazy and dangerous, but kind of freaky. I have always fantasized about being with a Q stacking. Yes. I mean, since I'm being, I'm open about it. I don't really care. That shit doesn't bother me. Um, I do like kinky sex. I do like you can't tell now. Um, but something about it is like when I get in the bed, it's just like something like clicks. It's like snaps and it's just like I don't know what it is, but yeah, no, I'm a very kinky guy. I'll leave it at that. I'm a very very kinky guy. Uh, let's see. Thanks, Andrew. Even though I'm trans and a state of myself, you'll be very surprised. But see, like I think that's cool though that trans people cover a wide variety of things, and like there's still so much that I have to learn about trans people. I will admit, like way back in the day, I didn't know shit about trans people, and I wouldn't say the same things that other people are saying as far as like a mental health disease and all that shit. That's too far fetched. But I would be like, oh, that's weird. That doesn't make sense to me. But I've had to learn a lot about trans people, and I've had to grow about trans people. I'm still learning. There's still a lot of things that I'm not supposed to do that I'll say, but I'm glad that people are clocking me on that. Because I don't want to be that guy that's not inclusive. You know what I mean? I think flaming creams for the. I agree with that shit. Not gonna achieve anything being in the closet. Who's the better villain, Frieza or Cell? Cell, for sure, by far. Um, Cell was what brought out Gohan Super Saiyan 2, which was probably one of the most iconic scenes in the whole fucking series. So yeah, Cell for sure. It's been a while since I watched anime. A couple years ago, I abruptly stopped. Yeah, I don't really watch anime a lot. When I was in high school, I used to watch it all the time. Like I said, I was a nerd that the football guy would want to give me a wedgie for. But no, I was a nerd and I watched a lot of anime. I haven't watched a lot. The only time I watch anime now is when it's something that really intrigues me, like Mob Psycho or One Punch Man. Those really. Oh, and Yuri on Ice is probably like the best anime that I've seen in a while. Um, that's like my experience. Hmm. Yeah, let's see. Hold on. Okay, all right. Taste gaming. Okay, okay, all right. Honest question: why is there such a divide in the gay community for race? I thought there were more. I don't know, like down for whatever. I'm shocked. They'd be so racist. I mean, aren't they all oppressed? That's the thing. So, you know, as gay people, we're oppressed. I mean, we just are. We're never going to fit into the category of a straight person category. So with that being said, it's like um there is still racism that's in the gay community. Um it's not it's not okay, but a lot of the times it is like a lot of gay men are down for whatever, but there's still a lot of racist intent that comes out. So yeah, no, it happens, and it's not if you were gay, it wouldn't shock you because you would know. I can guarantee you that. Um, let's see. Um, Thank you so much. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I try to be as transparent as I can, and I love that you guys clock me on my shit. So like that makes me happy. And my verse, no, no, um, I'm a top. But if I, how about like let's say this: if I drink enough, and if I'm horny enough, I might be on the bottom. I might, but that's like I would bottom for Jason Momoa. I'll put it like that. I would bottom for Jason Momoa, but I'm not really. No, I'm not really a bottom guy. I can do it every now and then if it's really like in the moment, but it's not something I would want to do. I have to get yeah. What do you do for a living? I actually don't do anything related to this at all. I'm in accounting, so like having to worry about POs, closing books, all that shit. That's what I do. What's my zodiac? I'm a Libra. October 3rd is my birthday. As a black guy, I don't understand why people are like this. I like white gays more. I don't try to be that way. It just happened. But at the same time, guys like you are attractive. Oh man, thank you. Um, I mean, it's nothing. Don't shame yourself about it. You shouldn't. I don't think you should feel like you should feel a certain way. You know what I mean? Um, you just like who you like, and if you like it more, you like it more. Don't let the society tell you that who you should and shouldn't date or who you can and can't date. You know what I mean? Don't let that mess anything up, right? Um, but I appreciate that. Oh, am I a beast? Yeah, I can be beastly every now and then. Dated a German guy once. I'll do it again. Yeah. Oh, so Germans are cool. I've never actually I met one person from Germany. And that's about it. Let's be honest. Most film guys lust after mask guys, but hate on mask guys because the mask guys they want don't want them, so they're hip. Oh, yeah, that's something to think about too. Uh, let's see. What would I name my boat if I had one? Oh, I don't know that one. That's a good one. I'll have to think about that one. I have no idea. It's easy for femme guys to feel superior to mask guys because they're the main face of the gay community in the media. And a lot of people will say too that the femme guys are what give the gay community a bad name. It's just like they're the ones who are just out. They're not the ones who are trying to conform to a heteronormative society. You know what I mean? Top favorite foods. Top five favorite. Uh, top five favorite. Um, chicken, burgers, cat like fish, tilapia, catfish, mac and cheese, and eggs. Love eggs. Let's see. Would you consider being in a relationship with a trans guy? Though recently I came to the conclusion that I actually wouldn't find it uncomfortable. So I've, so I've actually struggled with that a little bit. Um, being in a relationship with someone who was born female represented as a male, so to speak. Yeah, yeah. So I've struggled with this a little bit actually. I I I don't think I could. Uh, in my mind right now, I don't think I could because it's like when I've had trans women who were female to male, um, who would want to date me, and it's like I just it's like I can't. I just can't because you're a woman, and I'm not attracted to women, and it's like I just can't. And there was this guy who liked me, and he saw himself as, he's trans, but as of right now, he hasn't done anything, so he's still a man. And I'm just like, I can't, I don't think I could just because like in my mind, that's just not how my mind works. I can't, I don't know. It's just something about it. Just, I don't know. I just can't. That's the only thing that I can say right now. Um, San Diego is beautiful. I fucking love San Diego. What I bought him for Trey Songs. The only nigga I would bought him for is Jason Momoa. Like I would, like yeah, no. Trey Songs is very attractive, but nah, nah. I would only bought him for Jason Momoa. He's oh, that's a man, Maury. Uh, all right. Have a good night, Bob. Pisces, nice. Okay, I love your level. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I try to be as open-minded as I can, and I wanna be transparent too, you know? I try to be as transparent as I possibly can. Um, oh, Libras are a good match, yeah. Do you have an Instagram? Yeah, I do. Your video descriptions can find. Yeah, I do. It is, stigmatic underscore aura 8. Just check Instagram. Then that's the same on Instagram and Twitter. You can find me on there, and then I will just feel free to message me. I will eventually get to you. I promise. I promise I will. Um, I do need to put just social media up in general. I'm just like, Post was a great album. I've seen her in concert twice. Was it good? In 1999, working in a store. I was a dude. Yeah, Post by Bjork is probably one of my favorite albums. FKA Twigs is like right up there. Hers is fucking amazing. But it's like Prince. I'm not really a big fan of Prince's writing, um, but I love the subject matter that he wrote about and how well his writing showed in in Purple Rain. Like that was like to me that was like the apex of his writing. His writing hadn't really been that good since, you know, like he had Purple Rain and then he had Sign of the Times. And that was the last time like Sign of the Times was like one of the big albums that was really like speaking about a lot of different things, you know? Um yes, it's that stigmatic underscore aura 8. Thank you so much. My favorite gay slang, Queen. I have to go with Queen because I say Queen all the fucking time. Trans women. Um, yeah. Trans women. Male to female. Yes. Yes. Bit of a nerd too. I have an aquarium. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being a nerd. Being a nerd is fucking awesome. I feel bad for my kids for all the future. All right, fat boy. I love your vids and your answers. Got to go study now in graduate school. But next time I see you, awesome. Good luck on your studies. Have a good night. Be safe. I think the reason the racial divide in the community is because, first of all, certain races have different features that apply less. Secondly, they might not care who they date, but they're family members. Yeah, it. I mean, you know what? And it works the same way as in like the heteronormative community. It's the same exact thing. You know, we we're still, you know, when you're black, you're always going to be seen as black. It doesn't matter like how light you are or how like different your features may be compared to the rest of black people or how you know like all this stuff. You're still going to be seen as black. So whenever you meet someone, it's always going to be like that's the first thing that they're going to see. You know, it's just crazy to me though. You know, I try not to feel like let's see. I try. Yeah. Okay. So Akeem. So um, I think so. I've actually dated like a couple of white guys, and I always kind of got that not from like friends, but like outside people. They're the ones who are usually like, you know, why are you dating them? Like questioning why you're dating like outside your race. Like, why are you dating like a white guy? You know, it's like, who gives a shit? Like, because I can date whoever the fuck I want to. You know, don't let that little. I mean, because family members will do that too. They will make you feel like shit for dating outside of your race. So, but I mean, I've actually had black guys who I've wanted to date. I've actually had a black guy say that I'm not black enough, and that's why he didn't want to date me. I'm too because I'm like too nerdy, and I guess my diction is a little bit too proper. So yeah, no, I actually had him say that he wouldn't date me because I wasn't black enough. Um, so that kind of hit a little bit harder for me, especially considering it's from my own race. Um, that part fucking kind of sucked a little bit, but you know, let's see if you would be able to date. Oh, hold on. Okay, all right. Bitch, please. Let me see. Okay, I think the previous person asked was if you would be able to date a trans man. I think I would. Um, yeah, I kind of went on a tangent there, and I guess I didn't answer the question. So thanks for bringing that up. Um, I think I could date a trans man. It would just be different for me, just because of like anatomically speaking, it would just be different for me because I'm used to having like that thing down here. But I think I could. You know, at the end of the day, I think it would. I think I could. You know, I've never tried it before, but I think I could. Let's see. Here's a said she's a bodyguard. She just yeah. No, I love Bjork. She's amazing. Uh, okay. Lee Leo. Okay. Yeah. Go to work. I'm gonna try to save it if I can. I don't know if it will let me, but I will definitely try. Um, fuck what exactly. Yeah. Fuck what people say. You know, date who you want to date. Don't let them determine who you want to date. You know, if you like white guys more, have fun. You know what I mean? Like don't let society fuck with your fuck with what you like. You know what I mean? It's just you should do that. Very well. I agree. So Justice said, I always said that there's a reason why a variety of people exist. If everybody was the same, people would still complain nevertheless. Oh yeah, because we always find something to complain about because people just complain for shit. You know what I mean? So we would always find something to complain about. And that does suck, but at the end of the day, that's just how people are. Fucking stupid. Let's see. I know it's different when you go to Cuba because people who don't look light skinned or dark skinned. Yeah, yeah. I've noticed that, especially like with a lot of the islands, a lot of people look mixed or look different, you know, and it's just that's so awesome to me. Uh, uh, do you love Lil Kim? I liked Little Kim's. I liked her. Oh gosh, I can't remember. But back in '01, I liked her shit, and I liked her. Um, the album that she released before she went to jail. That was a really good one. I really liked both of those albums. Uh, and come to live in Japan. Yeah, I would love to do that. I'm not even joking. Like the guy actually said that you're not black enough. Um, it shocked the fuck out of me. I couldn't believe it. Um, how black are you from 0 to 10? I couldn't tell you. I don't know what I mean. What do you consider like your blackness? You know what I mean? Like I mean, I like chicken. I love chicken, but I mean, I hate watermelon. Like, does that take off points? You know what I mean? I'm not sure. Um, I don't know how to like gauge how black I am. I wish I could. Um, are your ears pierced? My left ear was pierced. I took it out though. I actually had a lot of piercings, man. This was pierced. My nose was pierced. I had two lip piercings right here. The tongue was pierced, and my nipples were pierced. I took all those out. Um, it was just getting to the point where it was like bothersome. Uh, fuck what he said. You find your yeah, like get a non get a non-urban black guy. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what the fuck that. I mean, like that actually stuck with me for a while because I was like, I've never heard of anyone say that I'm not black enough. I just doesn't make sense to me. I didn't get it. What races have I dated? I've dated black, white, black and white, Hispanic. I've had guys um, hit on me, and I've actually you know, like maybe talked to some Hispanic guys, but not like dated. Um, I would date an Asian guy too. I mean, I think, like I said, I don't discriminate. I think everyone's attractive, but as far as like what I've dated, black and white, yeah. Um, oh, hello, thank you. There you go. Wow, yeah, see, I'm telling you, like, so this guy said I dated a guy not long ago that didn't want to introduce me to his friends because he said I didn't act black enough. I'm telling you, that shit actually, I can't believe it actually exists, but it exists, and it's like, what? Like I'm not black enough. What does that even mean? I've never heard of that shit. I'm a white European gay man. I try to learn and research as much. This is a good one. I like this one, Zach. Thank you so much for reading this. So he said, I'm a white European gay man, but I try and learn and research as much about Black Americans as possible. It's such an important thing to do, especially since many of the community leaders are and were Black Americans. And I'm glad you brought that up. I don't know how often that is of a thing or how um, I don't know if people will actually look that up or like actually do research on a minority community like black people. We tend to be at like the bottom of any kind of like political issue or any kind of anything. Our vote, like whenever we're voting in like political races, our vote, they just want our vote, but they don't really want to help the community, so that's where a lot of the divide from black people come from. Well, one of the divides like with that, but I think it's good. I'm glad that I think that's really cool that you take the time out to research. Thank you very much for that. um, Canada, let's just all go to Canada. Shit, yeah, I'm right there with you. People in this country are way too obsessed with race. This is the one of the reasons why Americans are perceived as idiots. Yeah, because we are so we are such a race country. We're so focused on race because of the history. It's like race is just so intertwined that it clouds everyone's judgment, including black people. It clouds our judgment because we're so focused on the past that we can't we're so focused on the past that we can't look for the future because we're still stuck on, the slave days, with the field and the house niggas. That's how it's always been. And there was a point for me where I had to just say, hey, you're not gonna get better in life if you keep focusing on the past. And so that's part of the reason why I talk about black politics a lot, is because I want there to be a day where black people can remember to not be ignorant about the stuff that happened in the past, but not let the fear and the thought of systematic racism hold them back. You know what I mean? Like, just, don't be upset at some white people for not being able to move up. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep going. Um, do you ever play Mortal Kombat? Because I'm watching the video. Oh, so I don't play Mortal Kombat. I'm not good at it. I do have Injustice 2 though, which is, I love Injustice, by the way. Um, Feel free to hit me up on Instagram, and I can try to see if we can. Do you have a if you have PlayStation? I'll because Xbox is weird. I'm just kidding, but no, but I will just feel free to message me on Instagram, and then we'll try to see if we can play around or two. I was gonna ask about the watermelon too. Yeah, no, I don't eat watermelon. I hate watermelon. Watermelon to me tastes like is bitter to me. So I don't, no, I don't do watermelon at all. So that's why I don't know if like is my blackness determined on what I eat, how I speak, like what music I listen to? Because if it's based on the music that I listen to, I can already guarantee you I'm not black. I can guarantee you that shit. Uh, it's really weird. I get stereotyped the same way. A lot of people tell me that I'm not black enough because I speak very proper and have an education in the back of it. But yeah, you know what? Fuck what they say. I guess we're one of the few that, we're the educated black people. You know what's funny is that when I was a kid, so growing up, I grew up in the rich part, well, in the upper middle class part, upper middle class to upper class part of where I'm from, like the city where I'm from back home, and it was nothing but white people there. So, and my parents' friends who they hung out with, were always like well educated, well established black people. So it was like black doctors, black lawyers, black police officers who were like well educated. And so when I grew up, I always thought in my mind that black people spoke like me. Black people were well educated. Black people, they had proper diction. That's just they had proper diction. You know what I mean? So when my parents divorced and we moved to a different part of town, to the hood, it was just it was mind boggling to me because I had never prior to that I'd never seen a ghetto. I've never seen black people speak the way that they did. It was just like holy shit, But I'm glad I was exposed to that because that opened up a whole nother um, way to view things for me. Because the whole time I always thought black people, like all black people, went to college and all black people made good money and all black people were educated. I didn't know. But I learned really, really quickly. Whoever said that is ignorant. Thank you. So yeah, yeah. I just, it bothered me for a while, but I'm good now. Do you think Donald Trump will be reelected? Just based on statistics, incumbents are usually reelected. Um, with that being said, I mean, just based on statistics alone, I do feel like Trump is going to be reelected. However, with the push that's going like really hard for like a liberal push, I do feel like there's going to be some chance that Trump may not get reelected. But most of the time, incumbencies will get reelected. I don't know how he was elected in the first place, but it's neither here nor there. I've come across black men who were shocked that I was interested in anime art, foreign, and so on. Yeah, but injustice. People will, um, black people will call anything that's not within the realm of things that are normal for like urban black people like different. Like, um, anime is gonna be different. Video, like actually being a gamer, hardcore gamer, That's different. Um, Speaking languages is different. You know, listening to anything that's not rap is different. You know what I mean? Like it's that, and that's the thing that I think that holds a lot of black people back too, is that we we don't explore other options. We don't try we don't try to go outside of what we know. It's just, it's just what we know, and that was one of the things that really pushed me, was to I wanted to learn things about stuff that I didn't know. I wanted to learn stuff that was outside the realm of my culture. You know what I mean? And it's made me thrive, and put me as a better person for sure. Um, oh, thank you so much, Edward. Yeah, please hit me up on Instagram. Um, exactly. I was just thinking. I was just saying that anything that doesn't apply to like mainstream black culture is crazy. You know what I mean? It's like, it's, and like that's why I'm like, it makes me happy when I see like black goths, or like um black nerdy kids, or like black music people, like that actually play like violins and shit. That's so cool to me. I love seeing that stuff. Um, it's only because you're well versed and people are hating on you when you don't fit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think a lot. I think sometimes it may have to do with jealousy. I don't know, but um, anything that's different to black people is just, I don't know why, it just throws them off so bad. Um, I live in New York City, and people here seem to be aware that. Oh yeah, I do know. So I actually went. My best friend actually lives in Jersey. So whenever I go to Jersey, we a lot of times I want to go to the city. So I'll take the PATH train. I'll usually go to Hoboken and take the PATH train over to the city. And I've noticed that a lot of times it's just like, in New York, I always get that I'm Latino. Like everyone always thinks I'm Latino. They don't think I'm black at all. And I mean, just for the fact that I kind of speak a little bit of Spanish helps, but I mean, aside from that, it's not. I get what you're saying, because it's just like they just think you're Latino. They don't think anything else. It's kind of shocking to me, because that's, with as diverse as New York is, you would think, right, that there would be more to that, right? Harold, what's my Instagram? My Instagram is stigmatic underscore R8. Feel free, Harold, to send me a message, and I'll get with you. Xbox is weird, right? I keep yeah. So send me what you have on like if you have Injustice, I'll be more than happy to play that. That'll be fun. What city do you live in? I live in. If you're familiar with Arkansas, I live in Fayetteville. Fayetteville is in northwest Arkansas. Um, that's where I live. So yeah, feel free. Let's see. I think most really are perpetuated by white people. If you notice, when something race related takes place, it's usually started. Yeah, yeah. I hate that that's the thing. I agree with that, but ugh. Uh, right, Andrew. Yeah, I agree with that. We have our own institutions of higher learning. We're doctors. Right. Right. That's why I was telling that guy, his name was Zach, that left that message, that he was, trying to research, making sure that he researched Black Americans. I think that's fucking good, because a lot of white people don't do that enough. Um, and it is unfortunate that sometimes we have to rely on other races for there to be any kind of talk of something, or any kind of movement for something to happen. You know what I mean? That part is sad to me. Um, do I have a dream job? My dream job. Oh, sitting at home. No, yeah, sitting at home would probably, just getting paid to sit at home would probably be a dream job for me. I just need a stay at home job. Um, let's see. We're so stuck on black and white that we fail to realize that Native Americans were the first. And I always make sure, um, I always make sure to tell people, Native Americans Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. Fuck that shit. Have you noticed how many people conform to those stereotypes because that's why they think they should dress? Yeah, and the cultural aspects have of pertaining to sexuality, that has to do a lot with it. Culture, sexuality based on the culture you are definitely has a lot to contribute to um, how you perceive yourself. You know what I mean? A lot of your family has a lot to do with that too. Um, I do wish I do wish our people would take a little more pride in our history and contribute. Not just slavery. Yeah, we do. We have this slave mentality that has haunted us since slavery and will continue to haunt us because it'll just keep being a thing. But there has to be a time and we have to be the ones to say, hey, keep going. Don't Systematic racism is a thing, yes. You know, discrimination is a thing, yes, but don't let that hold you back. Keep going. Not everyone is discriminatory, not everyone is racist. Not every manager is racist. Don't let that. Sorry, I think my dog's having a nightmare. Hold on. Okay, she's good. She's good. She's waking up on her own. Okay, she's good. Sorry. Um, yeah, isn't that crazy though? That's yeah, I'm so shocked that in New York it's just like you're just Latino. That's just insane to me. Um, one thing we learned that my one thing I've learned that my mommy told me: when you're raised in a two-parent household, supported, loved, people who don't have that family dynamic, the people will be jealous of you. Yeah, yeah, I completely agree with that. And even though my parents divorced, they and the thing was that my parents' divorce was very messy and it was very rocky and it left a lot for me to um it left a lot of room for forgiveness for both of my parents because of the way that it was handled because I was the youngest. So I was there when everything happened, when they had all their fights. My sister had a job and she had a car, so she was able to leave whenever she wanted to. I had to stay and listen for all the fights. I had to listen to all the bickering, the mental abuse that my dad was putting on my mom. It was a lot. So at the end of the day, though, I'm really happy that they both were there because um, it really, it really helped me become the man that I am. But there's still a lot more that I have to learn. There's a lot more that I have to learn. What's there to do in Arkansas? If you're an outdoorsy type guy, there's a lot to do here. Um, Other than that, so like in Arkansas, the three places that I mean, well, the places that I would say is like up here in Northwest Arkansas and Central Arkansas, the two places where you want to go. So like the capital city, Little Rock, North Little Rock, those are the places where you want to be. Up here in Northwest Arkansas, like where I live now, that's where you want to be. Everywhere else is like back hills, country shit. Like you don't, as a black person, you don't want to go. So like back home in Little Rock, we do have a lot of clubs and we have a good nightlife there. Um, so there's a lot to do. As far as the gay clubs, I think we have like 3 or 4 gay places. So it's fun. It's a good place to go. Um, there's not a lot to do here, and it's pretty small. And the gay community here pretty much knows everyone. So that's one of my biggest flaws that I have about this place is that everyone knows everyone. I'm right there with you, Maury. I used to care about being different growing up in an urban area. Now I'm about to be 30 and don't give a fuck. I don't either. Shit. I've been over that for quite some time, and it feels so much better. It feels so much better. Um, Hi there. Not sure if you spoke about this as of yet, but what do you think of the Jussie Smollett situation? Oh, yeah, okay. So the Jussie Smollett situation. So if you haven't, so I'm sure everyone knows about this, but um, Jesse Smollett is that the guy from Empire, right? Um, the the one who said that who was claiming allegedly that he was attacked. There are a lot of things going out there saying that he lied. Um, just because like the FBI is involved and the information that he's giving them isn't adding up to the attack. Um, so if he lied, I'm hope he didn't lie because if he lied, that's a really shitty thing to do. Um, but if he didn't lie, that's kind of just showing you where we are now. Um, like as Americans, that's part of the reason why I want to leave America is because it just shows you where we are now, where in Trump's world. And I mean, only thing I'm happy about is that white people are actually being blatantly racist instead of like behind my back. I'd rather you be racist to my face than behind my back. So I hope he didn't lie. I hope he didn't lie. I mean, why would you make that up? Like you would be crazy to make that shit up. You know what I mean? Um I don't care for the term Native Americans because this land was called something else before it was called America. Completely agree with that. Um I mean, I just don't agree with anything really. I don't agree with slavery. I don't agree with um I don't agree with how fucking Christopher Columbus slaughtered everyone. I don't agree with how America was built on our backs. I don't agree with any of that shit. I'm right there with you. Um seem pretty simple, fun loving, don't take life too seriously. I try not to take life too seriously. Um I'm at a point now where I do want to make strides and I do want to um, get better in life, but I'm definitely trying not to take things too seriously. What is the wildest reaction you got when you told someone you're gay? You know that Soldier Boy meme where it's like gay. That's exactly that's exactly how it was. It was very gay. Like it was hilarious. Um is your dog okay? Yeah, she just woke up. She just woke up, so she's good now. She's good. She just woke up. Yeah, she was kind of twitching a little bit, and she was kind of like, so I had to check on her, but she's good. She's up now. She's just laying here on the couch. Did you ever visit the Bay Area? I've never been to Northern California. Like I said, I'm a SoCal dude at heart. All of my family lives in like Long Beach and LA and Orange County. So we've never actually um, I've never actually been to Northern California, like anywhere in the Bay Area, but I would love to go. I do want to visit San Francisco one day for sure. Um, yeah, for sure. What is your relationship like with my father? Well, now it's really good. I try to talk to him every day if I can. Um, he's changed a lot. He went from being a really angry person to being um, very chill now. Not very, but he went from being a very angry person to a lot better, and that's definitely helped our relationship a lot. Um, Ozone Park, Queens is my hometown. I'm in LA. Okay, all right, cool. LA. All right. And and I'll actually be in LA for hopefully I'll be in LA um for DragCon. So I'll be there soon. It's your Did you see the Vine that Vine about Kansas and Arkansas? Oh, the one where they say why do they pronounce it as Kansas, but this is Arkansas, not Arkansas? Yeah, my friends in New York give me that shit all the time. They just call it Arkansas because they're like, I'm not gonna say Arkansas because that's stupid. So, I mean, I don't blame them. It's just like, yeah, just it doesn't make sense. Um, Ron and Cal, black people had a huge influence on European culture in terms of jazz. Is only because we don't know our own history. Yeah, and we don't know our and we for the longest time we don't know our own history because it wasn't something that was taught. It wasn't something that was like actively researched. You know what I mean? Now we have so many ways and so many things to get the knowledge out there. Like online is, I mean, we have the information at our fingertips now. You know what I mean? There's no way that you could say that you don't know that you can't learn about Black culture. The influences of Black culture that they have. Um, I think that'd be amazing. Uh, Venice Beach. I do like Venice Beach. Venice Beach is beautiful. It's a really nice place. I was actually there and just enjoying the beach. Oh my god, it was beautiful. Um, yeah, I completely agree with that. Yeah, so other than that, I find the States to be a tad overrated for my liking. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been to enough places overseas to know, or even like to different countries to know. But just being here for as long as I've been here, I just I don't see America for me, to be honest with you. I don't like the way that it's going. I don't like some of the politics that are getting implemented. I don't like um, I don't like I just don't like where America's going right now. It's not good. Um, Matthew, okay, hold on. Let's read this one. Maybe you guys can help too. So, do you have any coming out advice for me? I'm 15. My parents are Christians and extremely conservative. They talked about gay couples in front of me and said how they were disgusting. Also, I live in Alabama, so it's not surprising that my parents are homophobic. I don't want to be homeless or not help through college, but it's exhausting to put an act on all the time. Dude, I know. So, maybe you guys can contribute too, because that's a good one. That one hits hard, man. Um, you know, at 15, there's not a lot that you can do. Um, and especially being where you are, like Alabama is not really like a good state anyway. Um, you know, you could take the chance and you could risk it and tell them, and I promise you, when you tell them, you'll feel so much better about yourself. But do you really want to put yourself in a situation where you may not receive any help, or you may be homeless, or kicked out? You know what I would do? If you have friends who know, get with them. See if there's a way that um because I've had parents, or I've known people who were kicked out by who were kicked out, and um they had to stay with friends or something like that. You know what I mean? And plus, it's just to a point now where it's like you got to be happy, man. You got to be happy. It's it gets to a point where it will eat you up if you don't come out. You know what I mean? Um, I think that I think it would be a good idea for you to wait for right now. But I think if it's getting to a point where it's too overwhelming for you, look around and see if there's any kind of like places for homeless youth, for homeless LGBT youth. So, like in Little Rock, where I'm from, we do have a homeless shelter for LGBTQ youth who were kicked out. That's something that you may want to look into as well. Just look into, like, not just the Little Rock one, but look into, like, see if you have anything in Alabama that's like that. I would assume that maybe like the big cities would probably have that, like maybe Birmingham or Tuscaloosa or something like that. Look into that and see if there's like just as an option B. You want to make sure, if you want to tell them and get it off your chest, you want to make sure it's prepared. You want to be prepared. As far as university not being able to, um, you know, go to university, or like paying, like getting help through college. What I would recommend for that, don't do I mean, if it's to that point where they won't help you, don't do student loans. Student loans are horrible. I've told you, I've said this numerous times. Student loans are bad. Wait until you get about 20. I would say either try to do scholarships now if you can, like go for like scholarships, get shit paid for. If you don't get anything paid for, again, don't do that. Don't do student loans. Wait until you get about 24 when you can start claiming yourself. Then most of the time the government will give you grants for school, and then you can go that way. It would be a little bit longer, but at least that'll give you a little bit of time to recuperate and recover and stuff. Um, but as of right now, I will look into like Plan B stuff just to see, because I think that everyone should be happy. You know, if you're not ready to come out, don't come out, you know? But if it's getting to a point where it's literally draining you every day, you got to, you know what I mean? Um, maybe you guys can help out too, because that's I don't know, that's a good one. Um, I should try Amsterdam. I kind of want to try Amsterdam. I'll go to Amsterdam. Northern Cali, yeah, I'll definitely go to Northern California for sure. If you ever need a tour guide for the Bay Area, thank you. I will be up there for sure. To my knowledge, the pronunciation of Arkansas comes from French. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, because we have yeah, because like La Petite Roche, which is like Little Rock, which is what how they found it. Um, and then we have what's called Petit Mountain. I mean, really, it's supposed to be pronounced like La Petite Jean, but it's Petit Mountain. So, um, did you ask your father why he was so angry? I never asked. Um, I just assume it had to do with like stress and like shit that happened from his childhood. I don't know how it was back then. I mean, he seemed, I think he was probably like a very, he had to work really hard for what he had. And I'm pretty sure it was just a lot of probably constantly being condescending and stuff and the stress that he had from home or from, you know, growing up. I'm pretty sure that's part of it. Um, welcome to visit here. Thank you very much. Come to Scotland. Yeah, Scotland would be cool. I would actually like Scotland. I've heard a lot of good things about Scotland. My coworker actually went to Scotland. She loved it. She said I would love to live there. Scotland, Ireland is what she said. Let's see. I live in the South as well. I live in Louisville, Kentucky. Hold on, Muhammad Ali. Huh. I didn't even know Muhammad Ali was from Louisville. That's interesting. Huh. I have a family in Arkansas. Nice, nice. Yeah, you know, like Arkansas is a weird place. It's like one of those. It's like if you watch Drag Race, I would compare Arkansas to like Roxy Andrews of All Stars too. We're here, but we don't do anything. We just kind of coast along. We don't really do anything that contributes to the state. We don't do anything that contributes to America, the greater America. We just we're just like this, just stagnant the whole entire time. A lot of American names. Yeah, yeah. The French were yeah. Um, the French had a big part of especially like you know in New Orleans. You know the French like had that place colonized forever until the Spanish came. You know. Um, do you get paid for this live? No, no. I don't. I don't do. You know I don't do YouTube for money. Um, because if I did it for money, most of my shit wouldn't be monetized. I would have to actually like censor stuff because it wouldn't be monetized. I know that for sure. Um, I know that for sure. Um, because this just because of the subject matter that I talk about. Um, we're just I want to be honest and I want to be real and I want to be 100% real. I want to be transparent. And the stuff that I talk about isn't stuff that will fly by YouTube standards. I can guarantee you that. So I don't do it for money. You know, maybe if I have a Patreon and you guys want to do that, that's you know that's fine. But I'm really all about free content. I don't like charging people for shit that they don't need to be charged for. So it's like if you want to contribute, that's great. But I'm all about the free, baby. I don't. I'm all about free 99. I'm not gonna have you pay for shit that you don't want to pay for. You know what I mean? Um, let's see. Hold on. Let's see. I'm sorry. So here's one. So Akeem said, "I'm sorry, I have to say this, but you know your parents, and if you think they won't accept you, don't do it. My mom physically and mentally and emotionally abused me. Yeah, see, like that's what I was saying. Like you you want to know your options before you know for sure what's going to happen. Like if you feel that you may get kicked out and that's going to be a thing that might happen, you got to look into your LGBT centers around the area. There may be some that can help, but I would say, um, Alabama isn't that far from Arkansas. We do have like I said, we do have an LGBT center there, for homeless youth that were kicked out. So if you want to do that, you can. But I would say just look at all your options. But you do know your parents and you know how they are. But you want to be happy at the same time. But don't let me tell you to don't. I'm not saying come out. I'm saying you got to do what you got to do what's best for you, and you need to know the time that you need to do it. You know what I mean? Everyone comes out at a different time. You just have to know when you want to come out. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, I think it's a good thing to rate right now if you can. Yeah. Um, as far as coming out, I say wait until you're 18, 19. Be prepared for the good and bad. Yeah. Yeah, it's always better coming out when you're like if you're in a conservative household, it's always good coming out when you're older, when you're established on your own out of the house. For me, I mean, my parents aren't strict Christian people, but I mean, it was more comfortable for me, Um, yeah, be prepared for the good and bad as well. Yeah. Here's a good one. Coming out is important, but it's always important to prioritize your safety first. There are places all around the world, including the West, where coming out is not always the safest thing to do. And I completely agree 100% with that. You have to know what may happen, and it's not always going to be a good thing if it does happen, but you if for some reason something you can reach out to me as well. You can always talk to me privately if you want to. If you don't want to talk about it like in a chat thing, you're more than welcome to reach out to me too. Um, like it's all to me it's always best to wait, but you got to do what's best for you. And whenever I talk about her, what she did to me, she genuinely thinks she did nothing wrong. Yeah, because she was thinking in the context of morality. She wasn't thinking in the context of you being her son. You know what I mean? Um, Definitely wait until he's grown and on his own. I agree with that. As painful as it is, living closeted, survival comes first. I I I agree 100%. Um, it's just I promise it's just much better to be out when you're on your own. Um, and that usually gives the parents time to not see you and maybe try to recollect their feelings and stuff. Um, Here's a good one. If you can save money, work and save your money, do so. I knew my mom was not feeling the homo thing, but I knew I wanted to have my ducks in a row and be able to live on my own, wait and get a support system. You got to have a strong support system if you're wanting to come out. That's what I said. Check with your friends. Look at any LGBT support groups that are in the area too. You got to have support. And as much as support that I can be for you, I'm online. I can't. I'm not in Alabama for you. If I were in Alabama, I'd be more than happy to like help however I could. But you gotta do what's best for you, but you gotta think about your safety first. Because some people are crazy in this world, especially when it comes to gay people. I don't know why, but people are fucking crazy in this world. You gotta be careful for yourself. Thank you, Cisco. I appreciate that. Yeah. So hold on. I want to see if there's any more. I see comments here, but I want to see if there's any more for Matthew here. Okay, thanks for the advice. I have friends that know, so does my sister. I'll probably wait until after college when I can support myself. That sounds like the best and safest idea. And I hate to make it sound like that's your only option. It's just that you have to think about it in a realistic sense. You know, you now wouldn't be. I don't think now would be a good time. And I know you hate hiding. You have to live this double life, and it's fucking stupid, and it sucks. But you know, wait until you gotta get a support system. Your sister sounds like she's fucking cool. You know, get with her. You know, just see what else is out there. You know, and you know, just go from there. Save up money. You know, wait until you're done with college. You know, and it'll be. I promise it'll get better. It seems like it's a strenuous thing now, but it'll get a lot better. I can guarantee you it will. Um, I mean, I guess I have a roof over my head, so so there's that. But it's gonna be better. I promise you it will. But I would say do what you need to do, but feel like do it how you feel you need to do it on your own time. Okay, I think that's how you should do it. Where are both of your parents from? That's a good question. I see you like with the ancestral DNA test. I've actually thought about doing it more and more. I just don't have the $99 to do it right now. There's more stuff that I have to pay for, but I'm thinking about doing that for sure. Make sure wherever you move, the politics are consistent. I agree with that. Um, that's part of the reason why I don't want to be here because politics are just like all over the place in America because people have so many different views that it just kind of gets skewed everywhere. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, no, I don't get paid for the live videos at all. No, I just like interacting with you guys. So I love being able to talk to you guys. And I'm not doing anything right now. I actually took off from work today. So um, it's good talking to you guys. I enjoy talking to to you guys. Um, that's so cool. I live in the Scottish Highlands in Scotland. It's definitely a good place to visit, especially in the castles. See, like Glasgow and Edinburgh. Okay, okay, I'll have to check that out then. Scottish Highlands in Scotland. Yeah, I'm gonna check that out then. Free flights with me. Are you a flight attendant, Keenan? Let's see. The first time I came to Arkansas was when I was a kid, and I was surprised to see how there were so many cotton fields. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is a. This place is something else, dude. Something else. Let's see. Valid points. I think age is important too. You should definitely take into account the issue of will you have somewhere to go if it doesn't go as planned with your family. Yeah. Um, yeah, Matthew, that's something else you need to look at too with age. But um, I'm glad you're you know just take it one step at a time, one day at a time, and you'll be good. I promise it'll be okay. Uh, my sign and birthday. My sign. I'm a Libra. Birthday is October 3rd. Let's see if they can come out. Well, let's see if they can come out and maybe come live with you and pay rent. How's that sound? Right? Yeah, dude. Religious people can be really fucking crazy. Um, yeah, Matthew. Just just things will get better in time. I promise. Um, just take it how you need to. Every gay does it differently. You know, some families will throw a fucking coming out party for you. Not my family, but families will do that. You know, so you know your family. So just take it for what it is. All right, man. I promise it'll get better. I can guarantee you that. Um, Too bad he doesn't live in Michigan because I'm a co-coordinator from a nonprofit geared towards. That's fucking awesome. Towards LGBTQ community here. That's fucking awesome. See, like places like that like does shit for like the LGBT community. That's fucking great. And I didn't even think Michigan would have anything like that. That's so cool. And the fact that you do that just like that gives you like 100 plus points. That's fucking awesome. Like, thank you for doing what you do. I've actually thought about doing the like a gay help hotline, suicide help hotline. I thought about it. Um, that's I don't know because that's a lot to bear for one person. So I don't know if I'm gonna do that. Do you like horror movies? I do like horror movies actually. I do like horror movies a lot. Not the jump scare ones, but the ones that are like kind of make you think a little bit. The last one that I watched was The Autopsy of Jane Doe, and I really liked that one a lot. That one was a really good one. Do you ever come to Atlanta? Never been to Atlanta, uh, but I will go soon because we get direct flights over there from where I live now. So I'll probably go over there soon. So here's one. So he said, waited until I graduated college, had my own job, and then told my dad, uh, and then told dad was okay, which surprised me. And mom eventually came around, knew when I was 5 years old. Yeah, see, it's like, it's always better to just wait. It's all, I mean, for your type of parents, it's always better to wait, man. Um, Wait, what? So this is what Matthew says. Well, my parents say that dancing is a sin. Wearing shorts above the knees is a sin. Not wearing a shirt is a sin. Cussing is a sin. Women being equal to men in the church is a sin. Oh my God, seriously? I wish. Are you? That's a serious thing. You're actually. It seems like the places that really need the organizations that help LGBT people don't have them, which makes sense, but still, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like your parents actually think that? Um, yeah, then you definitely need to wait. Your families, they sound very old timey. How does that make you feel though? Does it, like do you feel depressed? Does it? I don't know, man, because that would be hard for me, man. I don't know if I could. I don't know if I can do it without a strong support system. So I mean, if you need me, feel free to talk to me anytime. Um, I came out at 21. My parents were cool with it, but my two older brothers gave me hell. But I made it through, and they're cool with it now. It's like, yeah, Sean. It takes time. It takes a lot of time for some people to just get it. Um, and even so, it's like gay isn't a thing like it used to be. Like isn't like as big of a stigmatized thing as it used to be. Still is, for some people, but it's not as bad as it used to be. My Libra, bro, October 8th. Ha! October 8th. Nice. Yeah, us Libras are awesome. Uh, that's why we like to ride. Libras are the best. I know, right? Um, let's see. Yeah, so this is what Zach says. It sounds like your parents have really conservative views, but I'd be super careful and wary, especially if you think they would put you in any kind of danger if you came out. Yeah, I wouldn't trust that. Um, and I hate that's the only other thing that I can think of. But along the way, just build a good support system. Find people who are um, find those resources. You know what I mean? Um, I think that would be good. That does, yeah, yeah. Someone said that sounds like a cult, and it does. Um, Justice, I do a lot of community work. Yeah, that's Justice. That's really cool. That's really cool. I wish I had people like that growing up for me. um, there are some churches like that. That's crazy. I can't fucking believe that. That's just crazy to me. Um, is that not like a widely accepted thing by Christians? My parents are a part of the Church of Christ. Not that crazy. Not that into it. Like cursing as a sin. Yeah, I mean, I curse like a sailor, so I mean that's a sin for sure. But like not having like women not being equal to men in the church, that's pretty crazy to me. I mean, I haven't heard anything like that in a long time, actually. Um, yeah, let's say they're a part of the Church of Christ denomination. Wow, and that's how it is. It's like kind of old school there, I guess. Wow. Yeah. So this is a good one. I hope I hope he does not think that God hates him, because I really believe that God loves us just as we are. Period. That's if you believe in God. Um, there's an LGBT church in London called House of Rainbow. See, that's so cool, man. Um, Matthew, it'll be good. I promise. It'll be fine. You'll 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 get people who will help you out. Um, it's gonna be really corny, but God loves all flowers, even the ones on the other side of the highway. Yeah, see, yeah, God loves everyone. um, it's important to realize that there are churches out there who are LGBT inclusive. I agree. I agree with that. I can't relate. I grew up in a Lutheran church and was raised in a home where my mommy encouraged us to be expressive and respectfully vulgar. That's pretty cool. See, my mom was like, if I said hell, she'd be like, "You better not say that in my house." She like if I said like hell, she freaked out. Um, and if I cursed, she'd be like, "You better not say that around me." Like I'd get my ass whooped for like saying hell. So, um, well, guys, it's getting late. I got a few things that I have to do before I gotta go to bed. I gotta let the dog out. So, um, this was fucking awesome. I have to do this again. This is my first time doing it. Um, but if any one of you want to reach out, I'll say it again. I've said it through the video, but I'll say it again. My Instagram and my Twitter are stigmatic underscore aura 8. Feel free to message me on there too. Now I work during the day, and when I get home, I'm like busy after work too because I usually go to the gym right after. So it's hard for me to get to you, and I try to get to everyone individually, and it's really hard. And I'm sorry, but dude, you guys are this is great. If you want to if you like this, if you want to do it again, just let me know. Because if you like this, just let me know, and I'll keep doing this because this was fun. I've never done this before, but you guys have a wonderful night. Um, be safe, Matthew. You're good, Matthew. If you need someone to talk to, feel free to message me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. At least be support or something. You know what I mean? Um, so anyway, thank you so much. Sean, have a good night. Carnage, wait. Gamers Carter, have a good night. John Doe, have an awesome night. Um, uh, oh, who else said it? Hold on. I'm trying to get everyone. Robert, Justice, Staircase 2. Sean and Alan, everyone, have an awesome night. Thank you so much. I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to push buttons, and if I just randomly cut off, then that's what happens. Night, Zach. Greetings from the U.S. to Scotland. Have a wonderful night. Feel free to message me. Okay, I think this is how I stop.